This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
And I'm now joined by Angela Tarleton. She's the co-founder and executive artistic director of the Kearsarge Conservatory of the Performing Arts, also known as KCPA,
Yes.
which I'll be referring to it as from here on out. Hi, Angela.
Hi,
There's so much to talk about. First, I think it's most important to talk about what is KCPA and how did it get started?
Well, it started actually 40 years ago in Texas.
Okay.
The year my husband and I got married. So we're celebrating a huge year this year. Our 40th year of the conservatory, our 40th year of marriage.
Okay.
And my 60th birthday, because I got married on my birthday, so it was a big year.
You got married on your birthday.
I did.
How cool. So it's hard to say what's most exciting to celebrate this year.
Yeah. But my husband and I have dedicated our lives to the arts. We both have our master's degree. His is in acting and directing. Mine is in dance and theater.
Okay.
And so we started very humbly and then moved up here in 2003. It was kind of a lifestyle change. We didn't know what we were going to do when we came up, and so then we decided to kind of start over again. So I started out by teaching at another studio in Concord, and I just thought, this is not really my vision. It wasn't a bad vision, it just wasn't my vision, our vision.
Sure.
So then I started out teaching in all the, one day a week at all the local elementary schools, and that's how everything got started.
No way. So bring us to present day, 40 years later, what is KCPA today?
So we just kind of rebranded during the pandemic. It kind of gave us time to step back and think. It's been a difficult time. We went from about 100 students down to 4.
Wow.
And so because when we had to go virtual, we went down to 30, and then the kids, they couldn't do 5 hours at school and 5 hours dance online, and it was one of the most difficult times of my life. But I do want to do a shout out to the Kearsarge Area Chamber of Commerce and Center for the Arts, because at the following year in 2021, when we were trying to find a place to perform and we had to be outdoors.
Sure.
We were able to perform because they donated money so that we could purchase and build a portable stage that was safe for our dancers, that we actually just used at Warner Fall Foliage Festival this year.
No way.
So I want to say thank you. This whole community has been very supportive to us.
And now you own it.
Yes, now we own it, but I always want to give them a shout out and say thank you.
It was amazing during the pandemic of how people had to adapt, and they found ways to do so. You knew you needed to perform, it had to be outside, so use your resources and make it happen.
And we really believe that we reshape lives. We don't just teach the arts, we teach children how to be contributing human beings.
Right.
And all of our students, that have graduated, they've gone on to do great things. They've gotten scholarships for college, gone on to be professionals or college professors. And I still have kids that I had them since they were 3 or 4 years old that reach out to me.
I love that. So what are the things happening at KCPA? I mean, you had a busy fall and winter.
Yes, we just did our huge big comeback. We did the Wizard of Oz.
Amazing.
And we got 2 standing ovations.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it was very
the
exciting.
students must have loved that.
And we got rave reviews, and so it was really exciting because during the last couple of years, so we weren't able to use the high school.
Right.
And that's really the best performance center around.
Got it.
So we were able to get back into the high school and do our show, and so that was a really exciting big comeback to do a great Broadway show like that.
Yeah, and that KCPA is not only just dance or just theater. Someone could be involved in many of those avenues.
Yeah, we have
KCPA.
Dance, we have musical theater, we have acting classes, and we have private piano and voice lessons with our designated teacher.
And you're really hoping to be a role model for a lot of these kids too,
Yes.
and to learn from their peers. So it all encompasses of
Exactly.
the arts, and then hopefully helps with some of these statistics.
Exactly.
What's coming up for the spring at KCPA?
Well, the spring is really exciting. We do a spring show. The date is actually to be determined. We're kind of still trying to work with the high school.
Sure.
And we have to, wait for their schedule to kind of settle in.
Sure.
But this year we're doing a really fun show that we did, I think maybe 10, 15 years ago. So we have Act 1 is a one-act ballet I do every year, and sometimes it's a classical ballet like Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty, and sometimes it's original ones that I've written
I
the
love
libretto
that.
for.
Yeah.
So this year we're actually doing Alice in Wonderland, and the cool thing about it is we're doing it to the music of the Beatles.
Ooh.
Yeah, so.
Oh, I love it.
I found, when I was first trying to find the music for it, I came across the London Symphony Orchestra did all the Beatles music in orchestration. And so we have this classical Beatles music, you know, to the Alice in Wonderland, I think is a perfect pairing. And then Act 2 is what we call our variety show, and that's everything but ballet. So that's like the acro and the tap and the musical, all those things. And so the whole show is called A Tribute to the Beatles.
Oh, fantastic. And that's coming up, date to be determined.
Yes,
and
it'll be in June.
In June, and people can find more information on your website.
Yes, absolutely.
And before I let you go, if a parent or someone is watching and saying, I have a perfect student who would be great for KCPA, how can they get in touch with you to learn more?
Our website, and it's very easy to remember. It's nhperformingarts.org. And all our information's on there. They can contact me directly. My email's on there.
And find out more about what you can offer.
Yeah, all of our class schedule is on there. We have our dress code is on there. Most of the information is on there.
Perfect, and they can find out more.
Absolutely.
Angela Tarleton, I love hearing about all the things you're doing at KCPA. That's what I'm going to call it now.
Yes, absolutely, as you should.
Yes, and congratulations on such a big year for so many reasons.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having me.
Yes.
That's it for this week from Bubba's in Newberry Harbor. So much good food combined with good times is awaiting you here. Join us next week for another edition of Yankee Chronicle. Tune in to our live basketball game of the week on TDS TV 13 and 1013, NCTV 8, Apple TV, Roku, and at ycnnow.com. With tournament action taking over, check out the program schedule at ycnnow.com for the most up-to-date information on games. All of our football and basketball games, and might I mention, Yankee Chronicle segments are available anytime at ycnnow.com. I'm Abby Peel. Tune in again next week at this same time for your Who, What, Where, and When show, Yankee Chronicle. Stay safe, everyone.